planted. Children went to school. Educated refugees helped to serve as interpreters, food distributors, medical assistants. Many women sewed beautiful story cloths and clothes. Blacksmiths make knives to be sold to Hmong who had resettled in Western countries. Some even snuck out of the refugee camps to serve as day laborers at nearby Thai farms. In essence, however, life continued in its rhythm. Children were born, couples married and divorced, men passed time playing soccer. Musicians play music, and some sang their hearts out. Families dressed in their finest to celebrate the new year. The sick and the elderly passed away. Funeral ceremonies were conducted, and families became torn apart because of refugee resettlement in third countries. But we adapted, we endured, and we held on to hope. That hope carried us across oceans to new beginnings. In the mid-1970s, Hmong families began arriving in the United States and in other countries such as France and its overseas department, French Guiana, Canada, Australia, and even Argentina. In these host nations, the refugees were intentionally distributed all over the country in order to ease the burden on one particular community. Resettlement was certainly not easy, as many people have already said. We arrived in America with limited English, limited education, deep scars. Many of us who settled in urban America were funneled into the American underclass. We lived among some of the most disenfranchised Americans who, though equally poor, made it very clear that we were at the very bottom of US society. Yet our parents worked tirelessly. They found work in factories, schools, government agencies, farms, restaurants, instilling in us the belief that hard work and education can open doors to a better life. Like immigrants and refugees before us, they practiced chain migration. They recruited family and friends from different locations to resettle in an area where they can rebuild community. They built community organizations, launched businesses, and fought for resources. They preserved our language and traditions while embracing new opportunities. They gave us the foundation to rise. During the first 2 decades of Hmong experiences in the United States, most Hmong, we lived on the margin of US society. The historic treatment of Asian Americans as the yellow peril had transitioned into the image of the model minority. As people of Asian descent, we were physically Asian, but as a group that is considered to be the bottom of the socioeconomic ladder, people looked at us, they looked down on us. We really were viewed as people who don't belong in America. However, as we have seen the last 30 years, we have actually actively shaped our destiny. Let's consider a few transformations that illustrate how far we have come. In terms of education, in 1990, only 3% of Hmong had a college degree. Today, over 26% hold a bachelor's or higher. We have professors, doctors, engineers, and leaders shaping our future. Home ownership from only 10% in 1990 to 56% today, a powerful step toward generational wealth. Entrepreneurship, as we have seen, from small ethnic businesses to award-winning restaurants and huge real estate projects, we are determined to succeed and shape the economic landscape. Political engagement, as we have heard, from our very first elected official in 1991 to many, many others across the country, including, as we have seen tonight, our historical election of Representative Gao Li He as this city's next mayor. She is a strategic leader who just happens to be a Hmong American woman. How great is that? And in terms of sports and other areas, Suni Lee, Megan Kan, and others have shown the world that Hmong Americans too can be champions. And last but not least, in terms of identity, I think about this a lot. Despite the fact that we were dispersed all over the country, all over the world, we have preserved our heritage while creating new traditions. Hmong language and culture are now taught at many, many K-12 American schools and universities. So these are only a few examples of the progress we've made, taking time to identify all of the different